Yeah, good morning, dear students. This is Sridhar. I'm working as an assistant professor in the St. Peter's Engineering College, Department of Management. Today we are going to discuss the topic of from 50 unit. The topic is the ratio analysis. We already discussed in previous class, unit 4th, and final accounts and journal entries and entry forms and everything. Now the continue in 50 unit. The first topic is ratio analysis. Ratio analysis unit. Ratio analysis. So in this ratio analysis, we are calculating and interpreting of business transactions in the format of ratio analysis. So this ratio analysis is a very powerful tool in our financial accounting. In our financial accounting. So it is the most arithmetical and quantitative to deal in the organization. Quantitative and arithmetic in relationship we are going to make some transactions in ratio analysis. So this is a powerful tool. So in this ratio analysis involved financial statements and loss and profit and interpreting and each and everything in our ratio analysis. These arithmetical expressions and quantitative expressions all we are going to discuss in this class. This ratio analysis evaluating of business aptitude and business quantitative and business research and business analysis we are going to discuss in this class. So this is what a ratio analysis. So ratio means equal parts are analyzing means going to analysis of each and everything through quantitative techniques, through mathematical techniques, through research techniques, or through profitability techniques, or through measurement of techniques, and through share how to distribute the shares into the organization. So these kind of things are involved in ratio analysis. Simply remember, dear students, and ratio analysis is nothing but we are going to evaluate the each and every transactions with the help of quantitative methods and with the help of arithmetic things. So this is what the ratio analysis. So in this ratio analysis, doing the business operations and financial statements. Then how to flowing or how to floating of business transactions, and how to decrease of business transactions, where we get the profit and where do we get the loss, and how to invest the capital amount in the organization. So what are the things and what are the instrumental tools are we are using in this? We are going to learn in this ratio analysis. So we are classified the ratio analysis different point of views. We are going to classify the ratio analysis in different point of views. So that is what the ratio analysis, the total parts, total divided 9 formulas. So each formula having 2 methods or 3 methods or 4 methods or 5 methods. The total how many times the ratio analysis total 9 times. But now in this class, according to our syllabus, we are going to discuss with the topics only 4 topics. Only 4 topics. It is substandard of topics derived different types or different modules. Okay. So this ratio analysis, the first one is liquidity classification of ratio analysis. Remember, classifications or types of ratio analysis. Classification or types of ratio analysis. First type is liquidity ratio. Liquidity ratio. And second one, leverage ratio. And third one, activity turnover ratio. Activity turnover ratio. Next, profitability. Profitability ratio. So these four things are we are going to discuss in this class, because so I already said 9 types of ratio analysis, but we need only, according to our syllabus, only 4 kind of elements and 4 kind of types we are going to discuss in this class: liquidity ratio, leverage ratio, activity turnover ratio, and profitability ratio. The next one, so in this liquidity ratio again derive 2 types. After class we go to discuss remaining types. First we need to complete these types in this class. Okay, current ratio, and quick ratio. So in the part of liquidity ratio derived again 2 types: current ratio and quick ratio. The next one, leverage ratio. So in this class, liquidity and what is current and what is liquidity after completed, after given to you, then we go to discuss with the what is liquidity ratio, what is leverage ratio, what is activity turnover ratio, and what is profitability ratio. Where we are calculating how to we are going to do the then how to we are going to keep the records in this particular book we are going to learn in this class. So debt equity ratio and in this leverage ratio, debt equity ratio and debt total assets ratio. Debt total assets. 2 ways, leverage ratio, debt equity ratio, and total debt to total assets ratio. Next, turnover ratio. So in this turnover ratio, we have 6 ways in this turnover ratio. So inventory. So inventory turnover ratio. Next, debt equity turnover ratio. Debt equity turnover ratio. Next, average turnover ratio. One, two, three. Average turnover ratio. Next, capital employed turnover ratio. Capital employed turnover. Capital employed turnover ratio. Fixed assets turnover ratio. Fixed assets turnover ratio. total assets turnover ratio. Total assets turnover ratio. And these are the types of activity turnover ratio. And next one, profitability ratio. So in this way, gross profit, net profit ratio, gross profit ratio, net profit ratio, gross profit ratio, net profit ratio, operating ratio, operating profit ratio, operating profit, operating profit ratio, equity shareholders ratio, so remaining we are having profitability ratio. So write down all of you. These are the ratio analysis, classification of types of ratio analysis. First one, liquidity ratio, current ratio, and quick ratio, leverage ratio. Under leverage ratio, debt equity ratio, and debt total assets ratio. Activity turnover ratio. I given to you 6 methods, and profitability ratio also. I given to you 4 methods according to our syllabus. Just write down all of you. Just note down, please. Okay, dear students, now the point is liquidity ratio. So what is mean by liquidity ratio? So which is indicate liquidity amount in the firm, which is indicate in the organization through cash. We call it as a liquidity. So it is completely related to cash or asset, whatever, cash or assets. So indicate the amount or indicate the assets. So indicate the amount or indicate the asset in the organization in the form liquidity ratio. So under liquidity ratio given, then how do we calculate? Through current ratio and through quick ratio we are going to calculate the liquidity ratio. We are going to calculate the liquidity ratio. So these current liquidity ratio undergoes to the current ratio and quick ratio. So what is the formula of first one? A current ratio. According to present scenario, we are going to calculate the current ratio of the firm. Current ratio is equal to, first one, current ratio. Formula is equal to current assets divided by current liabilities. So current assets divided by current liabilities. So according to ratio, we are going to calculate this amount 2:1. 2:1. So current ratio means we are going to interpreting of business activities through current assets divided by current liabilities. Present scenario, current assets divided by current liabilities. So through current assets, how much ratio we are going to calculate? 2%, and current liabilities we are going to calculate only 1%. So this is what current ratio. Next one. quick ratio. Quick assets divided by current liabilities. So this is a formula of quick ratio. So quick ratio. So quick is equal to immediately. So immediately a certain time of period, which is we are going to indicate the certain time of period in the form. So on that time we are going to calculate through this formula, which is we are going to calculate in the time at the time of movement. So on that time we are going to use it, or we are going to transaction or calculate our business transaction in this formula. So business activities we are going to do the business day-to-day activities on that time. We are going to calculate the quick ratio formula through with the help of quick assets divided by current liabilities. Quick assets divided by current liabilities. So this one is calculated only 1:1. One quick asset and one current liabilities. One quick assets and one current liabilities. Then after that, the quick assets means current liabilities minus current assets. We are going to get the quick assets. Quick assets. So this is what quick ratio. Just note down the first one, current ratio and quick ratio. Okay, this is what the current ratio and quick ratio clear. And second one leverage ratio. So which is measure the extent of debt equities. Which is measure the extent of debt equities. Which is measure the extent. So in this in our business organizations, creditors is involved and debtors also involved. I already said what is debtors and what is creditor in previous class. Okay, extended of debtors equity in the capitalization of firm. In the capitalization of firm, call it as a leverage ratio. Extent of debtors equity through capitalization in the organization. So it is called leverage ratio. So leverage ratio divided two parts. That is what, through debt equity ratio and through debt to total assets ratio. We are going to calculate the leverage ratio. We are going to calculate the leverage ratio. So next one, debt equity ratio. Debt means already said debt equity ratio, equal parts are in the organization. So we are having different kind of shareholders. So these debt equity ratio, how to share the funds to equal parts. How do we share the equal parts of profit or loss or funds, whatever. Through this formula we are going to analyzing. We are going to analyzing in the organization. That is what a debt equity ratio. So this debt equity ratio, so what is the formula means? Long term, just write down, long term debtors divided by shareholders fund. Long term debtors divided by shareholders fund. Just I wrote here, long term debtors divided by shareholders fund. So in this formula, long-term debtors, so which is we are going to invest, which is we are going to capitalize in the organization. We calculate after 3 years we are going to calculate the treated as a long-term debtors. So through how do we calculate? Through shareholders fund. We are going to calculate the capitalization of fund. So that's why through this debtors equity ratio. So what is the formula? Long-term debtors divided by shareholders fund. This is the first one. Next step. Second one. What is that? Debt total asset ratio. See here, debt total assets ratio. So in this debtors total assets ratio. So we are already, if you already they given you answer. See, debt total assets ratio. So what is the formula here? Total assets divided by total assets ratio, debt. What we need, debtors assets here, total assets, total debts divided by total assets. See here in this question, so we are having already answer, debt to total assets ratio. Write down simply total debts divided by total assets. Simple. Total debts divided by total assets. Debt to total assets ratio. Debtors, which is takes place from one person to another person. Takes place from their places, but we are receiving. We could not pay the amount, but it's liable to pay in future. Through with interest or may not be paid to giver. That is what a creditors. Okay, so debtors means a giver, receiver. Creditor means a giver. Debtor means a receiver. The sum of the amount. That in some not only a small amount, so we call it as a debtor means a lump sum amount to given to others. Okay, who are the receiver here only? So total debts divided by total assets. When we are calculating this formula, when we are introducing this formula means the company has taken place, one person, company has the share, company has taken place from one place to another place, and which is we are manipulated of our shares, and that time we are going to calculate, we are going to use this formula, debt to total assets ratio. Next one is over, second one over, and then just write down. In this formula, we are having one more thing, interest coverage ratio. That is also important right here. Interest coverage ratio. Interest coverage ratio. Here also we are having interest, and how do we cover? On principal amount interest. Interest coverage ratio. Interest coverage ratio. So this formula, what is the formula? Earning before IEBIT divided by earning before interest tax. Earning before interest tax divided by interest charges or values. So this is the one more formula, interest coverage ratio. In previous class, liquidity ratio we call it as a quick ratio, or we call it as an acid test ratio. Remember, I forgot actually. Quick ratio, or we call it as some other name, acid test ratio. Acid test ratio. Just note down leverage ratio, and next one is activity turnover ratio. So activity turnover ratio means I already given to you different kind of formulas. Just note down all of you. So no space on blackboard. So activity turnover ratio means we are day to day updated our business transactions. When it is we are calculating total assets and total liabilities and total current assets and current liabilities, and how much we are going to invest in the organization, the capitalization amount, are the total things are going to calculate in this formula. That is what activity turnover ratio. Fluctuations of cash movements, fluctuations of assets movement, fluctuations of investment, fluctuations of capitalization, and fluctuations of goods and services. We are going to analyze in this way. That is what activity turnover ratio. I have given to you different kind of formulas is there in front of you. So what are formulas we are having in this activity turnover ratio? Under activity turnover ratio, that is what the first one is inventory turnover ratio. Inventory turnover ratio. What is investment? So what is the capital? I already said in previous class, investment means which is we are invested. After we call it as a capital. The capital amount we are going to do the business activities in day-to-day business life, and we are earning extra amount on capital amount. That is what the capital and inventory turnover ratio. Then how to arise in the investment with the help of capital. How to arise in the investment in the organization. So inventory turnover ratio. So what is the formula here? Inventory turnover ratio. This is the first one under activity turnover ratio. Inventory turnover ratio. Anybody guys? Anybody? Inventory turnover ratio. Okay, no problem. Inventory turnover ratio is equal to COGS divided by average investment. COGS means cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold. Average inventory in previous class in final accounts. Cost under cost of goods sold, which is included and direct expenses, purchase plus opening stock plus dividends minus closing stock. This is what cost of goods sold. So cost of goods sold divided by average investment. This is the inventory turnover ratio. Write down. Next one, debt equity turnover ratio. Debt. Just now I said the definition of debt equity